Okay. Now that I got myself all prepped and ready, we can try sharpening some S35VN on this. So this is going to be a ZT that I have up for sale. Not a whole lot. I'm trying something different. You're back home. How was, oh, where'd you go? Damn it. This stuff smells weird. It smells like bubblegum. I've already got a burr on the whole thing. That was 5 passes. So I'm trying a way of applying this stuff so that I don't have to squeeze a water bottle, because that's really, really loud. Yeah, forgetting tools in another province or state sucks. Willie, what's up? Just getting better at sharpening. Lots and lots of practice. That's all I've been doing lately, really. I'm trying this out so I can give the company some feedback. I want to know a little bit more about these things. Ooh, that felt horrible. Yeah, that smells like bubblegum. So I measured it the other day. When I'm sharpening, I use 2.4 pounds of pressure, which isn't a whole lot. That's the weight of my hand. I used to draw. Actually, I can show you one of my drawings. Bam. Well, that was mostly tracing, but I draw knives every once in a while. So this one right here is the one that I'm testing at the moment. This was $99.99, but you can go look at like Sharpening or Atoma. Atoma makes decent stuff for less. A company I'll be looking into when I get the money to do so is... Oh, come on. They make ceramic 5,000 grit stones. That's the one that I'm wanting. Let me use my other phone real quick. I'll get right back with you on that. Shapton. Eagle Scout, what's up? So the Shapton Koromaku series is what I'm looking into. Honestly, the diamond plates that I usually use are good enough. They're more than good enough. But if you don't want to spend a whole lot of money, you can start off with something like an SATC diamond plate. This is a 1,400 grit. They're about $22 on Amazon. That's a great way of getting into it and getting started. It's cheap for the most part, and it lasts a while. It's good enough for the average person. Oh, it smells so weird. I keep telling you guys, it smells like bubblegum. It literally does. So that is glasses cleaner, and I'm trying that out. I don't think it's going to change much. I usually use a mixture of Dawn dish soap and water, and mine has a little bit of alcohol in it, but I think I'm the only person that uses it's isopropyl alcohol. I think I'm the only person I've met that uses that because I found it on the internet somewhere. This is the Cheefer Cut 400 grit. CheeferCut. Yeah. Yeah, if you want me to help you come up with something to say to him, then yeah, I'll gladly help you out with that. Yep, no problem. Just a heads up, It is $100. That'll put some people off, but you know, it's done great so far. Oh, my phone isn't charging. Give me just a sec, guys. I'll be right back. I had the cord unplugged. You have a good one, Eagle. We'll see you later. Which side was I working on? Doesn't matter. That edge is looking pretty good. Swap sides again. Work on the tip of the other side. This is a ZT-0450. It's the smaller version of a ZT-0454. And it's an S35VN. I don't think I need to do anything else on that side, but I haven't brought up a burr yet, so. Ooh. Spooky. Okay, burr all the way across. Swap sides. You're good. If you dozed off now, you might as well go to bed. Lou doesn't normally show up on those super late streams. It looks like something you could chew on, yeah, I'll agree with that. Well, yeah, I've got glasses cleaner on it, so I don't think it's going to taste great. So my pair of 3 bit me. Yeah, means I can't get rid of it anymore. It cut me. Believe it or not, it cut me while I was cleaning. Okay. So I think we did that pretty good. Paper test. Not sharp enough. So, since it's not sharp enough for my standards, we're going to go ahead and move this onto my lap and replace it with a strop that came with the set. Okay. I don't feel a burr on that, but I do want to look at it under the microscope real quick. So, I forgot to put a battery in the microscope. God, I'm so special needs sometimes. Can't remember shit. Oh, it's on it. Excuse me while I drop everything. I think I should probably take this off my phone before I start messing around with this shit. Okay, cool. Okay. That looks pretty damn good to me. Now for the other side, I gotta wipe it off. Yeah. That looks pretty damn good to me. So now, paper test after stropping one side. Doesn't want to catch. So So I've noticed something about this. They send, so this is everything that you get in this set, right? You get this cloth to put stuff on top of, the wood box underneath, the stone, the strop, and the cleaning stone thing. I got it given to me by Aiden. You can get them yourself on the Chieffer Cut website and possibly on Amazon too. To spell it, it is CheefarCut. Okay, so that does it, but it could do better. It is ADAN. As per usual, my setup is a shit show. But that's how it be. Just look up CheefarCut. Not a whole lot, just practicing again. Yep. If you want it, it is up for sale on Blade Binge for $200. Or you can buy it direct from me for $180 plus shipping. Which plus shipping is like an extra $7 or something. My day was alright. How was your day? Yep, that is how you spell it. Okay. Paper test again. This thing needs cleaned after sharpening. That's how easy it should have been. So, okay, so this might have been an oversight, but the strop that they send with it is loaded with 0.5 micron sharpening paste, or diamond paste, or whatever. And that's just too fine to do anything after a 400 grit. Ground Fog, what's up? So we're going to take this thing apart real quick and clean it. I don't have that kind of money. I'm about to even... No, I'm in Idaho. And it's LOU. Oh yeah. I forgot that I need 2 tools for this one. Likewise, I hope everybody had a great day. I will agree with that one. Appreciate that, Ron. God knows I don't tell anybody to do it. Okay. So some residue from the stone got in here. Made it a little bit gritty when opening it. And y'all know I love everything to be as smooth as possible, so that is why we are taking it apart. Well, now I've got the question, did you order it and you're having it custom made? Or did you just buy one? And we got more Q-tips, by the way. We got cheaper Q-tips this time. I'll be honest, I might be returning the other 2 packs that I got. But they have plastic sticks instead of paper. So it's a little weird, but it'll work. Yep, I clean knives quite often. I teach people how to take them apart too. Hence why everything's recorded. That's a funny sound. Yeah, let's leave that on there. Okay. Well, most of mine are paper. Well, I'm not changing scales, I'm just cleaning it. It needed it. This one is up for sale right now on Blade Binge. And if you're in the US, you can buy direct, and it'll save you like 20 bucks if you buy directly from me. I do not have any Balisongs, nope. And I do not use Temu. It's a ZT. A little pricier than the Ruiks. Yeah, paper ones are more recyclable or some BS. I don't know what the excuse was for that. It is S35. It is up on Blade Binge for 200. If you buy direct from me, as long as you're in the US, after shipping, it's going to be like 186 or something. Oop, don't lose that. Why do I do this? I have tweezers. I'm sitting here struggling with my fingers. There. Sitting there struggling for no reason when I don't have to be. Well, I don't expect it to move quickly, but if it does, I apologize. I will not be holding it. Yep. Yeah, after summer ended, summer break for schools, my my streams have been doing great, which is why I'm doing them more often, because I feel like I'm actually making a difference for the channel instead of just sitting there. that worked out, but just in case, I'm going to tighten it a little more. Well, actually, the scales on this are titanium. They won't stick to a magnet. Barlow Brigade, what's up? Oh yeah, that's as smooth as it should have been. Oh, it's amazing. Just a little bit of wiping things down. No, Blade Show Atlanta is all the way across the country. I think Atlanta already happened this year. Or was that last year? I can't even afford to go to Blade Show West, and that's the closest. To be completely fair, so I have figured it will cost me around $400 to go to Blade Show West, and that is without buying anything. Train? I'd be driving the whole way. Yeah, these plastic ones feel weird. I am doing alright. How about yourself? Start sharpening something else. That doesn't need sharpened. Do I have anything that needs sharpened? God forbid I test my new stone on something that doesn't need sharpened. I'm going to do that. This doesn't need sharpened. Real quick. Oh, I dulled my knife. Now I have to sharpen it again. Oh no. That didn't do shit. But it gives me an excuse, so off to sharpening again. So, for the Chief or Cut team, I would like to bring up the only complaint I have about this set that you guys sell. The strop is loaded with paste that is too small of micron to do anything. So, I'm not a professional when it comes to sharpening. However, I didn't notice a single difference under the microscope when doing this by myself. I didn't notice a difference when doing it on stream either, but I think if you guys upped the grit or the micron, I don't watch Jared. I think I've explained why I don't watch him a few times, but it is mostly personal preference. Hey Bonk, Lou is here. AJ isn't here. Or if AJ is here, didn't say anything yet. Well, that's the difference between us right here. I like the really high-end weird shit. And 1095 is not my first choice. Yep. You indeed do see a packet thing that says Super Lube. Let's see here. Is there anything else that I can sharpen? This is empty. However, I'm always happy to buy and sell knives in 1095 if you're interested in buying. We already have one that you're interested in. If you find anything else, feel free to tell me. Well, if you'd like to learn about stuff, we can sharpen some 1095 here on stream real quick. It's going to torture you to see what I'm going to do with it first, but after that, you get to learn something. So let's start with, damn, I don't have a rock here. Sure, but it patinas really nicely. Awesome. Yep. I think we came up with that already. Oh, this is gonna suck. Okay. So here's how we start. We have this Sodbuster Jr. It is razor sharp. Cuts through paper without an issue and shaves a whole bald section on your arm in one pass. This is a sharpener. This is a piece of tungsten carbide. This is a sharp knife. This is a dull knife. Yeah, that edge is gone. That is the best we can do. The whole edge is flat. There is nothing left. And trust me, that hurt me to do as much as it hurt anybody else to watch. Okay. So I'm going to place it flat. I'm going to lift until it feels right, or until I can see no shadow underneath the very edge. It is glasses cleaner, and it smells like bubblegum. So that was 5 passes on one side. Everybody suggests using Dawn dish soap mixed with water. And one person suggested glass cleaner. And I thought I'd try glasses cleaner. Yeah, 400 grit and 1,000 grit's a great start. Now I'm going way slower than I have to. That was really dry. No. You can skip straight from 400 to 1,000, no problem. So for anybody wondering how much pressure I'm putting on this, right now it's roughly 3 pounds, is my guess. Getting a burr. Okay, got a burr all the way across. CBR, what's up? So these alternating passes, I'm going lighter and lighter every time. Started off with roughly 3 pound pushes and then moving down by guesstimated about a half a pound every time that I swap twice. Until I'm just barely touching it. Okay. Before the strop, Ken Black, what's up? Pretty good. Now we'll strop and then we'll check again. Okay. You really think I'm gonna figure that out now? Okay. I made it. I made it. Really easy to make, by the way. So, if you go over to Alex's channel, it's Outdoors55. He recommends a belt leather that you can buy for making belts, obviously. And I used that and cut it into a 6-inch length. And then I put stainless polish on it. But you can use diamond emulsion or something like that, which is what I'll be moving to here pretty soon. And I don't have it glued to anything, it's just a loose piece of leather. He recommends you glue it to a piece of wood. I got lazy, so I just stuck it on top of one of my other stones and left it there. Okay. So this is just from the chiefer cut and a strop. Which is already sharp enough for me to be happy with. But we can go one step further. And we'll use the my DMT that has been worn down. We've estimated it to be around 1200 grit. It's pretty worn. I've done it, I've microscoped it a few times, and it's pretty up there. Okay, bring it down by about half a pound. Half a pound is about 1/4 of a kilogram, by the way. For any of you who needed help with that. And then the last, we kind of just barely touch it. The weight of the knife, no more. Oh yeah, there are no big diamonds left on this thing. Okay. So we can look at this under the microscope real quick. Flashlight. Let me wipe it off real quick. There always seems to be some sort of residue left behind. You can see it right there. That's rust. This is 1095. There's a burr. That white line on the right side of the straight line is a burr. The opposite side, looking good. No issues there. So we will move up to the strop to remove the burr, because for 1095 you don't really have to worry about it all that much. The burr kind of just falls off. Holy shit, that's sharp. All right, same piece of paper that we had before. Barely touching it. So we kind of just guesstimate basically that 2 pounds is 1 kilogram. And it kind of just all works out when you say it like that. Makes it a lot easier. And honestly, you don't need to be super exact. I'm just telling you guys the numbers that I use. I'm putting some alcohol down here. Because it sounds like there's sand in this thing. Well, I have my handy dandy, I can guesstimate. And it's good enough. Okay, that is sharp. No clue. I'm sure you'd be surprised, but I'd be surprised too, so. blade play. Well, I'm just going to tell you, I'm not going to guess it right. That could be sharper. Super lube indeed. Good stuff. Apparently it's food safe. I didn't know that. Or food grade. I don't think that means food safe, but yeah. Jim, what's up? How's your knife stuff coming along? Your knife designs? Marks. That's not good. Yeah. Did I ever have you try using the software that I use? It's a good learning experience. So I think this thing needs resurfaced already, which is a scary thought. So I think oh wait, this needs soak. Never mind. But while we're here, we can go ahead and wipe it off. Yep. There are permanent scars. It is no longer flat. Are you sure you don't want to try the stuff I use? It's free. Just trust me. At least try it for like 20 minutes. It's hilarious. You're gonna hate it. I promise. But it's only funny because you're gonna hate it. You go on to Google and you look up Tinkercad. You sign up for an account with your email or whatever. Use a throwaway if you don't want to keep it, but yeah, basically, you have a bunch of shapes that you get to start with. Like squares and cylinders and circles, and you have to turn that into whatever you want to make. Meaning that all of my knife designs start off as rectangles. So did you put the watch back together? Old Man on the Ridge. It's owned by Autodesk. Yeah. Is there a problem with that, or it's just children's 3D modeling software? I don't think that's going to work out, Lou. Oh. Yeah, I don't know what any of that means. I'm assuming those are other softwares, but none of the ones that I use. Did you find the silver coin that I put in there? So it should be a gram of silver. It always does something. It's a great piece of leather. You also got to keep in mind this is 9CR, not Maximate. Fucking Para 3 trying to open in my pocket. My fault for putting that thing on there. Okay, cool. I just wanted to make sure you found it, because so it's not worth a whole lot. It's like $1.20 or something right now. But it was free, so I have one switchblade and one OTF. No clue, Ethan. How you doing, pens and pen blades? You sleep well over there. You're closing in on 600, aren't you? Everybody, go check out Pens and Pen Blades. I'm not really into pens, but pen blades. Not gonna be mad about that. So, my Para 3 cut me today. I was cleaning it, and it cut my finger. Just a tiny, tiny cut, but I can never get rid of it now. Woohoo. I'm cutting that shit off. That was a dumb move. Highly recommend not doing that. No, the Spyderco did it. I was cleaning it and my finger was in the wrong position and it got me. Speaking of which, right after I cleaned it, I used it to cut weeds out in the lawn. It, yeah, it looked stupid, so I just took it off. We'll see you later, pens and pen blades. Yeah, I'll agree with that. The Spyderco factory waves, those things look stupid. Whoever agreed to put that thing into production, I'm sorry, but like you fucked up. Things ugly as shit. Oh, that sucks. Yeah, you got interrupted during my giveaway too. You're lucky you had like 2 minutes left before I was going to go to the next person. It's got blade play. My Para 3 has blade play. You mean OS 6? That is not a grail material to me. It's a tradition thing. So, it's a common thing where you get cut by a knife and then you're not allowed to get rid of it. And to be honest, I didn't plan on getting rid of this thing anyway, but now I'm not allowed to, so, because I'm going to follow the tradition. "6A. Look, if it was made back then, I wouldn't doubt if it's OS 6A. So, let's look up 6A. Because now you got me curious. Me and my fucking curiosity. 6A. Okay, so it is its own. Dude, it's the same thing. I don't know, but it's not worth it to me, so I'm just gonna keep it. I like the knife. Why would I get rid of something that I like? Anyway, I'm not trying to prove you wrong or be mean about it, but I do want you to know what you have. So for anybody that's interested, this is up for sale. My mentor? Shit, I don't have one of those. People don't stick around for long enough. I just look everything up because I'm curious. There's a lot of wear right there. A little bit of oil. A little bit of oil. Perfect, hopefully. So yeah, my, ooh. No, actually, maybe. I'll have to think about it. Probably not. And the reason I say that is this knife cuts like ceramic. And if you want to say stuff, just say stuff. Be open and out with it. Don't hide behind honesty. Just say something. So it cuts like ceramic. It's not like regular steel where it has a toothy edge and like it doesn't feel like it's going to cut you until you push slightly too hard and it's just bam, now you're cut. It's really weird stuff. And the reason why is because it's really low in iron and it's really high in other materials. My little booklet things are. Which tenacious did you get? Is it an M4? I haven't won a giveaway once. Bad luck or something, but yeah, did you get a tenacious in M4 or something? The cheap one? No. Oh yeah, I completely agree that I have a lot more to learn. And I'm perfectly open and honest with it. I am not a professional. However, I have knowledge when it comes to blade steels, and I will share that as often as I can because I'm happy to help people. Now you're going to spend more money on Spyderco. So, Joseph, just so you know, I have some Spydercos coming in here pretty soon. If you want to stick around, I've got a pair of two, I think, that should be coming up for sale. I'll have to look into it and make sure everything's all on the up and up because I just got it from an auction, but I can give you a hell of a price for it. Sure, start your own YouTube channel. Right now is probably the best time to start. I'm sitting here with 36 people in here. During summertime, the videos don't do well. But during fall and winter, they do great. And I think I'm gonna have some stuff coming up for sale specifically for subscribers if they're interested. I'm gonna wait a little while before I put them up on the secondary because I'd rather you guys get the deal than random other people on the internet. The Jade Dodo and M4, yeah. The blade shape's weird though. It's a really weird blade shape. I don't like it. I don't know how I'd sharpen it. Oh yeah, my pawn shop does the same thing for me. When I'm there, they just call me over and say, "Hey, what do you think of this Benchmade?" And I go, "Well, it looks real. I'll cross-reference with some stuff on the internet, but it looks fine to me." I'll be honest. I kind of agree with you. This hole gets annoying. I'll agree with you on immediately trying to correct somebody. However, I did end up being right in the end. I would like to clarify that. 6A is the same as AUS 6A. The Mannix. So it's interesting. It's a comfortable knife, and the blade shape's kind of nice too. But the FRN scales bother me a lot because I don't like the FRN scales on any Spyderco's. They're grippy, and because I don't wear jeans or I wear soft pants, it tears the pocket. You are free to have your opinions. I'll agree with that. FRN with no liners is kind of disappointing. However, the bright side of getting FRN stuff is it tends to be a little cheaper. So if you get the cheaper ones, like if you buy a lightweight Spyderco pair of 3 or something, you can get aftermarket scales and not pay as much. God, the police model is expensive. It's huge too. Well, you have fun with your life, S. Hines. We will see you later. You have a great rest of your night. Voyagers. I don't know which one you're talking about. DE. I don't know what you mean by that. I only have one OTF, and it is in a different room somewhere. Cold Steel Voyager. Okay. We'll look that up real quick because I'm curious. I started moving away from Cold Steel because I don't like their steel choice. Oh, Double Edge. I have one, and again, it's in the other room. But I have a video on it. I wouldn't buy it if I were you, but I have a video on it. Cold Steel Voyager. Google, help me. Cold Steel Voyager. It is a crate tactical. Damn, that thing's big. You just carry this? Damn. Was it like a 5 or 6 inch blade? Come on. Tell me the size. Product description. No. Specifications. Yeah. 5.5. In OS 10A. Oh, we're just kind of looking stuff up. I was sharpening stuff earlier. Getting some practice in. My stone has a little bit of permanent wear. It needs reprofiled, or it needs flattened. And I'm not sure this tiny little thing is going to do that. Well, if it's boring, you're free to leave. Nobody's keeping you here. Have a great rest of your night. You know, I think I pissed that one guy off a lot. Yeah, I don't think he's into super lube. Great stuff, by the way. So I use mineral oil because it's food safe. I've noticed that it doesn't last a super long time, but part of my whole deal is taking care of my knives often. So I take these things apart pretty often anyway. You take it apart, clean it, put some oil on it, put it back together, and then you're done. Takes a couple minutes. It's no big deal, really. The Spydercos I've stopped taking apart for oil because honestly they're kind of better without it. I don't have, oh, but for times like when I have lock stick or stuff like that, I use a pencil, and when the action feels a little bit gritty when closing, I put a tiny drop of oil on that ball bearing right there, and that fixes it. Yeah, that dude was bringing up that he'd like to meet my mentor, and I'm like, never had one. It shows. Thanks, dude. Definitely the most entertaining comment I got tonight. Now, let's see. What do we want to look at now? A knife that I forgot to put up for sale. How about that? Oh, you turd. I have this ready for shipping, and I didn't even take pictures of it. Dumbass. That sucks, because that one's up for sale. Probably could have got a really, really good deal out of me. Most expensive knife is down here. This one. They're coming out with a bigger version eventually. I talked to them about it. My biggest complaint with that one is that it was too small. And I think every YouTuber that got one agreed that it was just too small. So they're working on a larger one. I'm not sure I'm allowed to say it, but it's going to be a crossbar lock. They haven't told me not to tell people. So it should be good. Crossbar soup. Oh, I saw one of those. Not happy with it. So this is a Kershaw Junkyard Dog 2 in titanium. Up here is 13C26, and down here on the edge is SG2. They are a growing company, and they seem to be doing all right. Unfortunately, over the last few weeks, they've been having some production issues. I'm not going to go into detail on that, but you know, I try and support them as much as I can. Give them a shout out every once in a while, as they do make good knives for the price. Especially the Captain kit. The Captain kit's a pretty solid kit. Unfortunately, they haven't sent me one, but everybody that's gotten one says that it's great. And the D2 on it is spot on, so it kind of just sounds like a good knife for the price. It doesn't really take as long as you'd think it would. The Captain kit is a liner lock. Just a regular liner lock. This one is a button lock. I think I found 7 ways of opening it. They claim there's only 6. I don't remember what the 7th one was, but it's a solid knife. I'd recommend it if you want a package opener that you can fidget with. That's pretty much all it's good for. 9CR blade steel. But it is the most fidget friendly knife that I own. Really? Interesting. I don't think I've seen that one. Actually, that's the only one that I've seen that looks like that. So I'm going to put the expensive one back off the table. Anybody in here interested in an HK knife? I'd rather sell it to a subscriber or somebody that wants it right now, if possible. I'll be able to ship it to you. The ZT's for sale, if you're interested. It's for sale on Blade Binge for $200, or you can buy it directly from me for $186. And I think it's an extra 10 on top for shipping, but I'm not sure on that. On the 200 specifically. In micarta, I don't have a whole lot in micarta. Micarta isn't my thing. I much prefer G10. It's a lot more comfortable to me. You paid $199. You could have paid $186. And that's after shipping directly from me. The downside is, of course, it's used, but now it's been sharpened. And it should cut paper perfectly. Gimme. Swirly paper. I'm not sure if that's impressive or not, to be honest. I prefer titanium, I'll agree with that. G10 over micarta, but titanium over G10 any day. Eventually I'll be getting some titanium scales for this. Get that in camera. What else do we have? Oh, the HK. I forgot to bring that out. And I should have this sharp. Hell yeah. I spent forever learning how to sharpen Tontos just to sharpen this thing. See, I've heard that a lot, that titanium scales get cold, but they're in my pocket. And so my body temp is higher than the average person. And I think it sits like like a full degree or two higher than most people that I meet, where if I shake their hand, their hand's cold. In the middle of summer, it doesn't matter, their hand's colder than mine. I don't really have that issue with titanium. That's interesting. That is really interesting. I'll have to retest it during this winter just to make sure, because now I'm curious. I don't have a whole lot of titanium. I know I don't like stainless during winter, but it's not because it's cold. It's because my hands are cold and I lose my grip. Like my hand, I don't know if you guys know what I'm talking about, but your hands get smooth when they're cold, and then your stainless knife just kind of slips out of your hand. I'll be getting as soon as this ZT sells, I'll be trying to get a. I don't want to talk about the knife too much because I don't want people buying it. There's only like 4 left. But it's cool. It's purple and black. A couple of my favorite colors. Should be a good time. It's 2 a.m. already. Or no. It's a couple minutes off from 2 a.m. Ryan, how's it going? I've got a Rat 1 and D2 up for sale as well. Pretty sure Ryan's new here, so how's it going? What to do, what to do, what to do. I put all my knives away. This is everything that was on the table and everything that I was carrying. Everything else is put away. The downside of cleaning shit. Yep, I think I'm going to reach out to QSP. See if I can convince them to send me. Oh yeah, what are you giving away? I won't enter, but I wouldn't mind sharing it with other people. Wonder if I'll get a copyright strike if I show your video on my stream. Boop. Boop. You hit 1,500, hell yeah. I'm closing in on you. Ooh boy. Yeah, go check that out. That's sick. The fact that you actually get a choice, that is awesome. Yeah, usually just say, hey, you get to either win this or this. I'm thinking about if I'm going to do that or not. I go live twice a week minimum, unless I'm on vacation or something. That is a good idea, though. I'm debating on stealing it. Did I subscribe to you? See, here's the problem. I might subscribe to you, but I subscribed just now, but I probably won't watch your content for the same reason that Knives, I guess, doesn't. Once you start making knife content, you kind of just don't watch other people's because you're doing the same thing as everybody else. Every once in a while, something interesting might show up, but it's got to be pretty interesting for me to say, well, I might as well. So, Almar, it's a brand, I believe. I think I really pissed that guy off. But he always ends up coming back again, so I don't know. Yeah, Almar knives. They're like expensive sometimes. I'm gonna be honest, I'm not interested in many of these. 3.1-inch ultra thin D2 for how much? Fine, Knife Center. Yeah, I'm gonna be honest. What was the other knife? Yeah, so my niche is the weird stuff at this point. And I think I'm gonna stick with that because it's something I enjoy. The weird stuff meaning like super steels, like Maximate. This stuff's just fun. Rex 121, I don't have any of that yet. Tungsten carbide, stuff like that. The weird stuff that probably shouldn't be a knife steel, but they do it anyway. That kind of stuff. Oh my god, this sounds like shit every time I open it. Oh, but it smells amazing. Obsidian? No. I won't buy something out of obsidian. That's just a waste if you ask me. Because they're expensive and then they don't hold an edge for regular use at all. The best brands of knives, that is up to you to decide, to be honest. If you like a certain brand and they make quality products that you enjoy, then that's the best brand for you. Lou, did you want to buy some scented mineral oil from me? Is that why you keep bringing it up? Flashlights aren't really my thing. I find that they get expensive a lot quicker than I thought they would. Now, don't get me wrong, I carry one daily, but it's just an Olight O3 or i3 EOS or something. Really, really cheap. And it sits there on my keys. Lou, stop lying to people. We don't deal with lying here. Benchmade is not the best. They're not the worst, but they're not the best. Every time they come out with a new gold class, though, they start making me wonder if they really are the worst. Benchmade was decent 20 years ago. I guess that is a benefit of the plastic ones. For some reason, Lou, that doesn't surprise me. You know what? You might be right. Ozark Trail makes some decent. No. Not on my watch. According to my watch, it's past 2 a.m. Oh, I fucked up. Fucking. I'm never taking your advice ever again, Lou. Ever again. Graphite is a pain in the ass to get out of these things. You have a Kershaw just like that silver one. I've never seen a Kershaw that looks like that. I love how every year they come out with a new knife, right? From Ozark Trail. I EDC'd a fixed blade, a neck knife, a while ago. And I carried it for a month. And the first week was me getting used to the weight on my neck. The second week and third week was me getting used to remembering that it's there. And then the fourth week, I just didn't reach for my pocket anymore. All I reached for was the neck knife. Highly recommend trying it out for anybody that's curious. It's interesting. The Benchmade factory store. You mean the one in Oregon? That is kind of up to you. What, because it was a lie? That's why it was inspired by Lou. Oh my god, I hate doing this. Cleaning this out sucks. Well, there you go. Go ahead and do it. Y'all ever seen that video of that one dude that was stealing from a store and another guy tackles him, and the dude that's trying to steal says, "You can't touch me," and the dude recording says, "You've been touched." First time I saw that, I was cracking up. It was the best video I'd seen all week. My favorite EDC. Well, for a while there, it was a Rat 2. I'm sure if I got a Rat 1.5, I'd be happy with it, but these are plastic. The paper ones you can't really cut through easily, but the plastic ones are pretty easy. What sounds awesome? What are we going with? I'm putting this in a parts cleaner. Lou, I hate you for convincing me to do this. God, why the fuck are you still a moderator? Look at me, I'm Lou, and I tell people to use pencil on shit. Fuck you. I was not cheating. I told everybody that they were plastic. Where's my cutting board? There it is. Look. I'll try with a paper one. Bendy plastic, not bendy paper. So that's the paper. I can get it halfway through. And the plastic. Oh, that's gone forever. Yep, never finding that again. I should probably be asleep by now. I'm supposed to be up early tomorrow. So I'll tell you what, I'm going to end this stream in 6.5 minutes. That will be a solid 2-hour stream. There. Cut it in half. Dan Stan, what's up? Not a big deal. I'm trying to go on as often as possible. Yeah, the Maximate's treated me great. Edge retention's through the roof, as it should be. Sharpens up really easy. Of course, I have the right tools to sharpen it, so... for anybody that's curious, I think I'm going to return the plastic ones. I have one that's opened, so I can't return that, but I'm going to return the plastic ones and just go get paper ones again from Winco. See, the problem is, it used to be a pack of 500 for like $1.50, and now it's a pack of 300 for $1.68. Shrinkflation right there. TOOR knives? Yes, I know of them. Why? Why do you ask? I know they don't sell well if you're trying to buy one to resell. Boop. So I haven't held any. I've held a couple. Put it that way. I've never used one for anything. The biggest downside to them is they use a lot of Tontos, and I don't like Tontos. 120 is a good deal. That's a really good deal. Anybody who's looking for a pair of 3 lightweight, that's probably the way I'd go. 120 bucks is an insane deal. Oh, I just deleted the message. Didn't give a warning or anything. I just deleted it. The only Benchmade I have is this HK made by Benchmade. And if you want it, you can have it for the low, low price of $75. The Jank Shank does look pretty cool. 2009, I think. It functions perfectly, but it does have a little bit of rust inside. Yeah, this was made by Benchmade back when they still made shit in China. So there is some rust going on inside, but it's still a fully functional knife. I just don't want it. I want it in an auction. It's sharp too, because I learned how to sharpen Tontos with it. Well, I don't know what it is. The coating's coming off from probably being stabbed into some shit, but it is in decent condition. I sharpen mostly with diamond plates. I've started moving over to a Chiefer cut, CHEEFARCUUT, 400 grit vitrified diamond stone. So I'm just kind of touching the surface of expensive shit now. It needs resurfaced though, so I'll be doing that later. Hogue makes solid shit. Other than that, I don't think there's any gun company that makes a solid knife. I never used a fixed blade system, so I don't know what that's like. I find that they're too expensive for what you get. Well, see, the reason why Smith & Wesson knives are dog shit is because Smith & Wesson sells the licensing to use their name to Chinese manufacturers who put them on shitty knives, then ship them over here and sell them for, let's see, give me a sec. Roughly what, 600% profit? I'll agree that they're more of a gun accessory company, but their name is on guns, so And if I can convince Stifler Manufacturing to make knives, then they're a gun accessory company that would be making knives as well. That's actually pretty funny. It's sad, but it's funny. Dark humor. It's the best kind of humor. Actually, the SIG triggers, if you have it slightly depressed and then you bump it wrong, or you touch the slide, it goes off. Look into that. It's some gnarly testing that they've been doing. So the diamond plates that I use, I started out with the SATC, and that did great. And then I moved on from that to, so I started with DMT. Then I moved over to the SATC, and then I started doing Atoma, and the Atomas are really nice. And they have, so this top plate here is a 600 grit. The bottom is a 140. It doesn't come with that, but basically these layers, you can peel this off and just replace that layer. Now I think each side's like $50, but you have to buy one with the aluminum plate. I have no clue what angle I'm sharpening at. I just do whatever gets it sharp. I hold it at a solid angle. It all works out in the end. Lots of practice. But I have no clue what angle I sharpen at. And both sides are different angles. But they always end up cutting paper nice and clean, so I'm not going to complain. Some of them, depending on how long I spend on them. Shut the fuck up, Lou. Oh, look at me. I've been streaming for longer than I planned on. Imagine that. Are any of you surprised when I say that? No. Or when you really get them going. So the thing, I know which ones you're talking about. And the thing about that is, it's going to be a different angle on every knife. Because let's say you put one of them things on the stone, right? And it holds it at this angle. But you've got a pair of 3. This thing is fat on the back. It's going to be holding it at a different angle than this one that's really, really thin. It's never going to be perfectly accurate. So, Michael, if you stop thinking I'm going to lose this, chances are you probably won't. Just remember, don't take them places where you expect to lose shit. Stuff like circus, or, not circuses, but the other thing. Going whitewater rafting on a boat in general. ATV riding. Well, ATV riding, you probably could, but mudding. Stuff where shit's gonna come out of your pockets. Roller coasters. Stuff like that. Chances are, if you don't bring your knife to those places, you won't lose it. Another thing, always keep your knife in the same place. Same pocket that you always put it in, don't change that. Yep. Well, that's kind of just bad luck right there, but don't change what pocket you put it in. If you're going fishing and you got a vest, stick it in one of the pockets in the vest. Preferably one of the zip-up pockets. I couldn't imagine somebody stealing my watch and me not noticing. Partially because I don't let people touch me. You bump into me and I'm going to give you a shitty look. But that would suck. And yes, I get that that's probably a joke, but so what kind of stone are we talking about? Well, thanks for the like, I guess. What were we talking about up here? God, people are so weird. I can imagine that it does suck losing a knife. The only times I've ever lost a knife was in the house, but yeah. Well, here's the thing, they're not always replaceable. Oh, I see the knife sharpener you're talking about. Okay. Yeah, I don't think I need one of those. I'm happy with my rocks. The rocks I use are pretty good. Yep, nobody wants to touch me. Except for that one weird dude. For some reason he wanted to touch me, but you need a rock. He says mean things to me all the time. For some reason he's still a moderator. Maybe I'm just too embarrassed to say that I made a bad decision. Is it zoomed in? No? Okay. Shaved everything off of those spots. There's no hair left. Not great at shaving facial hair. Oh, no, it did it. Okay, never mind. It worked, but it didn't want to do it. Yeah, losing a knife that's discontinued sucks. I know that for a fact. El Navajero's doing a giveaway on his channel. Everybody go check him out. Yeah. I remember you were pretty bummed out about that. Funny enough, it's one of the knives that I really wanted too. And I think they were discontinued after that. I don't think they make that anymore. It probably didn't sell well. Man, and you're telling me I didn't get a clip of that? Shit, man. Could have made some big bucks right there. Stick it on Feet Finder or something? Hell yeah. Pathetic. Yeah, 75 bucks is a lot for what that thing is. I do not. Ballad songs I find are overpriced for what I get. And I do too much stupid stuff to decide that that was a good idea. Yeah, I don't know what I'm going to be doing for donations. One of the reasons why I haven't turned donations on already yet, by the way. You see, knives, I guess, is quirky. I'm just weird. Or maybe he's the weird one and I'm quirky. I don't know. I'm supposed to be asleep right now. I wanted the black version. I don't like green. Who needs an X-Acto knife? 3 minutes. Then I'm done. Actually, if we go 5 minutes, we could do 2 hours, 2 minutes, or 22 minutes and 22 seconds. Funny number. No, I'm not. I'm not willing to lie about that. I don't have to go until 4. It's already 2:44. See, here's the problem, is when I want to end the stream, interesting people show up. Well, weird people show up. Like the dude that's gonna R. Kelly me, even though I'm 23. Fucking weirdo. Oh, knives, I guess. I paid for the auction. The Spydercos are gonna show up hopefully next week. Yep, I'm going to have a good time. I'm going to sharpen all of them, and then I'm going to stick most of them up for sale. I might keep the military. Yeah, so I got 6 Spydercos. Didn't R. Kelly do something with kids? So I got 6 Spydercos. And then there's another Spyderco auction coming up for sale that I might try and win as well. So that would make it so that I have 5 Spydercos right now, plus 6, plus another 5. I'll have 16 Spydercos. It all depends on what this second auction goes for. I'm sure Knives, I guess. Actually, are you going to do a live stream today? Yeah, I'll have 16 Spydercos in total. I will have paid like $500 for all of them. I'm not staying up for your stream. I'm just not. I'm supposed to pick my sister up from school at like 11:30, and it's just not going to happen. Oh, my Para 3 bit me. Just a tiny bite right there. But that means I can never get rid of it, so woohoo. Not that I planned on getting rid of it anyway. But now I just can't. Anyway, we got about 40 seconds until I shut the stream off. So, any last comments you want to make them now. Yeah, if I win both of these auctions, I'll have 4 Para 3s. And 3 Enduras. Should be interesting. Anyway, guys, that's going to be it for tonight's stream. Appreciate you guys sticking around and watching me sharpen stuff and practice stuff like that. Hopefully you have a great rest of your night, morning, day, whatever it is. And we'll see you guys in the next one.